You see what it is, folks? We talk about my group, N.W.A, one of my favorite groups. I know they considered controversial, but hey, us 90s babies, we don't cry about that. The group that gave us Easy E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, and MC Ren. Before we go any further, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. They gave us F the Police, Straight Outta Compton. This is the continuation of my conscious hip hop, which you know what N.W.A stand for. There was an American hip hop group whose members were among the earliest and most significant popularized controversial figures of the gangster rap subgenre, and the group is widely considered one of the greatest and most influential groups in the history of hip hop music. Of course, origins is Compton. It's Compton and House. Years after 1987 to 1991, 1999, 2002, 2015, 2016. Labels Ruthless and Priority Records. Past members Arabian Prince, DJ Yella, Dr. Dre, Easy E, Ice Cube, MC Ren. Active from 1987 to 1991, the rap group endured controversies owing to its music's explicit lyrics, which many viewed as being misogynist, as well as to glorification of drugs and crime. The group was significantly banned from many mainstream American radio stations. In spite of this, the group has sold over 10 million units in the United States. And you're not alone. Drawing on its members' own experience of racism and excessive policing, the group made inherently music, political music. The group members were known for their deep hatred of the police system, which was sparked much controversy over the years. The original lineup was formed in early 1987, consisted of Arabian Prince, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, rest in peace, and Ice Cube and DJ Yella. With DJ Yella and MC Ren. Joining later that year, they released their first compilation album as the group in 1987 called N.W.A and the Posse, which peaked at number 39 on the Billboard magazine's top R&B hip hop albums chart. Arabian Prince left shortly after the release of N.W.A's debut studio album Straight Outta Compton in 1988. Which brother straight out of Compton? Is he the brother who smothered your mother and took your sister that he loved? You know, Compton. Easy. It's just a crazy little brother named Ice Cube. All that good stuff. And now you know. Album started, see, okay, debut solo album straight out Compton 1988, with Ice Cube following the suit in December of 1989. Eazy-E, Ice Cube, MC Ren, and Dr. Dre later became platinum selling solo artists. Platinum, in other words, platinum status in their own rights. In the 1990s, the group's debut album marked the beginning of the new gangster rap era as the production and social commentary in their lyrics were revolutionary within the genre. N.W.A's second studio album, In Words for Life, was the first hardcore rap album to reach number one on the Billboard 200 sales charts. Rolling Stones, which is a popular magazine, ranked N.W.A at number 83 on its list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. In 2016, the group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame following their previous nominations. Of course, discography, studio albums, Straight Outta Compton, 1988, In Words for Life, 1991, extended plays, 100 Miles of Running, 1990, with an iconic cover, with them like they get ratchet up as ghosts. N.W.A and the Posse, 1987. N.W.A and the Posse, 1987. Greatest Hits, 1996. Straight Outta Compton, N.W.A 10th Anniversary Tribute, 1998. The N.W.A Legacy Volume 1, 1988 to 1998, came out in 1999, N.W.A. Legacy Volume 2, 2002, the N.W.A. Legacy Volume 1, 1988 and 1990. The N.W.A. Legacy Volume 1, 1988 to 1998, 1999. The Best of N.W.A. The Strength of Street Knowledge, 2006. Family Tree, 2008. Straight Outta Compton Tour in 1989. See what else we got here. The Legacy. Although the group disbanded in 1991, it remains one of the greatest and most influential hip hop groups, leaving a lasting legacy on hip hop music in the following decades, and its influence from the use of funky bass driven beats to its exaggerated lyrics was evident throughout the 1990s and even in the present, and it is often credited as bridging the white black American musical line with its appeal to white Americans in the late 1980s. In Dr. Dre's 1999 single "Forgot About Dre," Eminem pays homage to the group, rapping, "So what do you say to somebody you hate, or anyone trying to bring trouble to your way? Want us to resolve things in a bloodier way? Just stop. Just study a tape of N.W.A., possibly referring to the negative reception of N.W.A.'s works by mainstream radio, which considered the group's songs violent." Seen in the music video for the 2005 single "Hate It or Love It," the game featured 50 Cent shows Daquan Richmond and Zachary Williams portraying a youthful Game and 50 Cent respectively being caught spray painting N.W.A. on the wall, resulting in their subsequent arrest by two policemen. The Game also has a tattoo that says N.W.A. on the right side of his chest. I remember that tattoo and I remember that video. The biopic. New Line Cinema representatives announced at Entertainment Week's Hollywood Insider Blog the N.W.A. story was in development to become a feature film for the theatrical release in 2012. However, it was delayed to sometime in 2014. The script was researched and written by filmmaker S. Lee Savage, whoever that is, radio veteran Alien Viscus, who worked closely with Eazy-E's widow Tamika Woods. She took over, I think, Rufus after he died or passed on. Who worked closely? Yeah, Tamika Woods, right? Ice Cube and Dr. J acted as producers of the film in September 2011. John Singleton was selected as the director. Ice Cube and Singleton previously collaborated on Boys in the Hood. Ice Cube was in Boys in the Hood. Easy did a song called Boys in the Hood, our song. Keep a tuck in the trash, we're gonna pull your car. Don't play with me, Buck. It's all about making that GTA. Went to the chick, pulled out a Uzi. They shot her, but they didn't hurt her. They said attempted for attempted murder. Cruising down the street at my 6'4", knocking the, smacking the. Don't play with my boy, cause oh, dope man. Dope song. It was also in that movie, The Watchers, and you see it in I think Megan the Stallion. I mean Megan Thee Stallion sampled it. Someone sampled it, but it's never gonna. It will never be as good as the OG one, but it's still good. In the Ward, Ice Cube also played a part of the character Fudge in Singleton's Higher Learning. Casting calls began in summer 2010. There were rumors that Lil Eazy is playing his late father and Ice Cube's son and fellow rapper O'Shea Jackson Jr. Me and him, same age, playing his father as well. Ice Cube stated in the movie, "We're taking it to the nooks and crannies. I think deeper than any other article or documentary on the group." He said these are the intimate conversations that help forward N.W.A. To me, I think it's interesting to anybody who loves that era and don't know any other movie where you can mix gangster rap, the FBI, LA riots, HIV, and effing fooding. with each other. This movie has everything from Daryl Gates and the battering ram. In August 2012, F. Gary Gray, who produced, of course, see, Friday, Set It Off, and Too Fast, Too Furious, was selected as the director rather than Singleton. The film name Straight Outta Compton had been picked by the Universal Pictures, who hired Jonathan Herman in December 2013 to draft the new script and brought it in Willie Packer to executive produce on February 21st, 2014. Director F. Gary Graves announced the March 9th, 2014 open casting call for the film via his Twitter account. There were also open casting calls in Atlanta, ATL, Stand Up, in Chicago, CHIGAGO. Rapper YG auditioned to play MC Ren in the film. The project was scheduled to start filming in chapter YG in April 2014, but was pushed back due to casting delays. On June 18th, 2014, Universal announced that the N.W.A. biopic Straight Outta Compton would be released August 14th, 2015. Ice Cube's son O'Shea Jackson Jr. plays a younger version of his father in the movie, while Jason Mitchell, shout out to Jason Mitchell, and OJ and Corey Hawkins and Aldous Hodge and Neil Brown Jr. Corey, see, Corey Hawkins played Dr. Dre, Aldous Hodge played MC Ren, and Neil Brown Jr. played DJ Yella. In early 2014, casting directors for the NWA about to issue a casting call for extras and vintage cars in the Los Angeles area for scenes in the movie. The film received positive reviews and grossed over 200 million worldwide. You gotta have an ugly face. 200 million worldwide. See the history. Formation and Panic Zone, 1987-1988. N.W.A. assembled by Compton-based Eazy-E co-founded Rufus Records with Jerry Heller, Eazy-E, and rest in peace both, saw an introduction to Steve Yeno, although Yeno initially rebuffed him. He was impressed by Eazy-E's persistence and arranged a meeting with Dr. Dre. Initially, N.W.A. consisted of Eazy-E and Dr. Dre together with fellow producer Arabian Prince. Ice Cube was added to the roster after he had started out as a rapper in the group CIA. Dr. Dre later brought in DJ Yella on board as well. We learn something new every day. See, Straight Outta Compton, Easy Does It, 1988 to 1989. N.W.A. released their debut studio album Straight Outta Compton in 1988 with its famous opening salvo for 3 tracks. The group reflected the rising anger of the urban youth. The opening song, Straight Outta Compton, introduced group F the Police, protested police brutality and racial profiling, and Gangsta Gangsta painted the worldwide of the view of the inner city youth, while the group was later credited for pioneering burgeoning subgenre of gangster rap. N.W.A. referred to their music as reality rap. 100 Miles and Running and In Words for Life, 1989 to 1991. Ice Cube left the group in December 1989, a year before I was born. I was born in 1990. Dun dun dun. That's the day a genius was born. Over royalty disputes, having written almost half of the lyrics on Straight Outta Compton himself, he felt he was not getting fair share of the profits. A lawsuit brought by Ice Cube against band manager Jerry Heller was settled out of court. He wasted little time putting together his solo debut in 1990, America's Most Wanted, America's 3Ks. But he avoided mentioning his former label mates. N.W.A.'s title track from their 1990 EP 100 Miles and Running, however, included a diss of Ice Cube. He started with 5, but yo, one couldn't take it. So now it's 4, cause the 5th couldn't make it. The video for the song depicted the remaining members of N.W.A. together in a jail cell while an Ice Cube lookalike is released. The end of N.W.A. 1991 to 1995. 1991's In Words for Life was the great group's final album after Dr. Dre and the DLC and Michelle Lee departed from Rufus to join Death Row, led by Suge Knight. Shout out to Suge Knight. Allegations of Easy being, of course, shout out to Easy. into signing away their contracts while, however, retaining a portion of their public rights. A bitter rival ensued. Is easy reunions and legacy 1995 to present. Having both parted with Ruthless Records on bad terms, tensions between Ice Cube and Dr. Dre eventually eased on their own after Ice Cube made a cameo appearance in Dr. Dre's Let Me Ride. Enjoy yourself, it's scary, and let me ride. That song. In 1992, recorded a hit song, Natural Born Killer. Itchy Itchy Ya Ya. For Snoop Doggy Dogg's 1994 short film and soundtrack, Murder Was the Case. Yeah, man. No, that group, because, they gave us, because you got the N.W.A. family tree, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, the whole entire G Unit, a part of that tree. Eminem, Bone Thugs and Harmony, J.J. Fad, everyone that was found by Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube. Cause no MC Ren and DJ Yellow, I don't think they found no rappers, but DLC. I'll look at it like this: the N.W.A. family tree, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eazy-E, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, JJ Fad, DLC are all part of that tree. So everyone that branches from them is also a part of the N.W.A. family tree. From your doggone the game, you know. So technically, they all, no matter if they the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, or Dirty South, they are part of that family tree, and that's a beautiful thing from N.W.A. And the group hit a lot of good points: police brutality, selling crack, selling drugs, murder, all that. You know, I remember seeing a little document where a woman was complaining about their views on women, what they call women. But Ice Cube made it clear they wasn't talking about all women. Easy made it clear they wasn't talking about all women. They was talking about a certain group of women that act like a female dog. I was look, I like DJ Yellow. Me and him, I can relate to him because me and him about the same. We just like nonchalant. I know a lot of big words, but yeah, we just laid back and chill people. It take a lot to get us mad. Hit the cash app, like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.